You said
But hold on,
boom.
we're going. We're live. We're live. Live in prime time. We're live. For live. Yeah, this is the Monkey and the Fairy King for a surprise stream for all of you and for us as well. This is this is Pride Month, and well, actually, this is the Monkey, aka the Darktuber, and the Fairy King coming to you live right now during Pride Month, which I feel is underrated in the community as far as the topic of it in films. It's not really discussed too much. Like like the perfect illustration to start off with is the film Mrs. Doubtfire. Uh, so Fairy King, I was thinking, and I feel that Mrs. Doubtfire is an underrated Pride Month film because in it they uh, they have two of the most beloved uh, uh, gay men in film. I actually love those two guys in Mrs. Doubtfire as the perfect male couple in the 90s. I mean, you can tell they are great together, and they just, I just, I don't know, you can tell they had a blast in the film. Like, don't you agree?
Yes, I agree.
I've seen the one guy in films such as Independence Day and other films he's been in, and he did not seem to have that much fun. And even in the film Mrs. Doubtfire, you can. The whole rest of the film is serious tones. Um, but don't you agree? The parts where you can feel the actors have the most fun in the entire film of Mrs. Doubtfire happens to be the two gay characters in it in the film,
Yes.
and and so yeah, if I had to give a award to the best gay couple in films in the 90s, I would say it was that gay couple in Mrs. Doubtfire. Um, but if you had to pick, what would you say is your favorite per, portrayal of gay characters in the during uh, like in film?
Well, if I had to be specific, I don't think I have any favorites, but for talking about Mrs. Doubtfire, I would say um uh Jack would have had to be my favorite.
Well, I think a horrible portrayal in films as far as gay characters was in the film. I now pronounce you. Uh, oh, what's that one with? Uh, oh, I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. I think that's the name of it, right? The Adam Sandler film.
Yes.
The what I mean by the worst betrayal is Je- uh, uh, Jessica Biel's brother. He is so over the top, but not in a gay way. It's like he's an actor trying to be gay, but you can tell in real life he is not. And so that's why I feel that it's the worst betrayal because there he is supposed to represent that community, but he's the only one in the movie that really, he's supposed to be a gay brother, but you can tell he's really not in real life. There's been tons of films, even um even romantic comedies where you can tell that they're supposed to be in love with each other, or at least the guy is in love with the girl. Like in the TV show Intertwined, great show by the way, you could tell that the one techie guy happens to be gay, but they have him infatuated with his best friend, which is a girl. But you can tell in every single way when he's on screen that he is gay. And I just feel it's uncomfortable when you see him trying to pull off having a crush on her you know, or just, you know, just all that stuff. So why do you think that in TV shows or in movies they put actors with actresses that they're supposed to have crushes on or be in love with, but you can tell clearly that the actor is gay and the actress is not.
Correct.
I'm asking, what's your opinion on it?
My opinion on that would be exactly what you just said. That you can't
What
tell.
I would, what,
That you can't tell.
what? Sorry, please go on.
I was saying that my opinion would be exactly what you just said about them, is that you can't really tell.
Well, I can tell, and I'm sure you can tell. I thought that you could tell.
And Mrs. Doubtfire, yes, I could tell that they were gay, but in other films, like the film that we were just talking about, Chuck and Larry, I couldn't tell.
Oh, well, um, uh, well, I just think it's wrong that they do that, that they put gay actors in roles where they're supposed to be straight. So I was asking, what's your opinion on that?
Well, my opinion is definitely they either need to have people who are actually gay or not do a film at all.
Yes, I agree. But I think maybe that's a biased thing in the acting community that they're like, well, do you want the paycheck or don't you? But I feel they should make that a rule in the future that you don't have to take those roles if you know that they should create more. They already did one film called Bros, right?
I believe so.
I'm just saying they should, you know, they should do more films or shows that that, that portray them the way that they are. So, uh, um, what's your favorite portrayal in films of people in that lifestyle? What's your favorite film uh, in this topic since we're in Pride Month? What's your favorite? Uh, what I'm talking about?
Well, if I'm being honest, I really haven't seen any other films that had uh, gay actors in it. And
Oh,
while we are on the subject, in my opinion, I do not think that being gay is a lifestyle. It's not a choice. It's how we were born.
and the singer and songwriter that got this correct. How about you tell everybody who that was that even made a song about it?
Lady Gaga.
Yes, she got it correct, and that's how that's how certain people feel, and there needs to be, yeah, she is an underrated uh, actress and songwriter and all that stuff, and hopefully she gets recognized for her great work and abilities in the future. Don't you agree?
Yes, I agree.
Um, there should be more singers and songwriters and actors that write such heartfelt works that speak to the masses and to certain people. Don't you agree?
I agree.
That Hollywood should be less about shock and awe of supernatural and or found footage or rom-coms where like a monkey jumps out of the cake or something like that. They should make truthful stories about people's true experiences. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Put focus on truth instead of fiction. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Then don't you agree that most of Hollywood's takes on that community happen to be wrong?
Yes, they have.
I feel that needs to change, don't you?
I do.
So we are asking Hollywood to listen when we say, in this Pride Month of 2023, if make real content, make real stories, make real films that capture this community the way that it deserves to be portrayed in truth rather than fiction. Don't you agree, Fairy King?
I agree.
So, how about you say some of your favorite gay actors and actresses?
I can't really recall any off the top of my head that are gay.
I think it was Rock Hudson that was gay. I think it was. But then there's sorry, my head's a little foggy today. But there is a lot of them, like Ellen. She is, and she was actually in some films. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
in the film called The Love Letter,
She was
which
also
about
she was also the voice
which
of Dorothy.
say again.
Ellen was also the voice of Dory.
Correct. She was also in the film called The Love Letter, which is a underrated film, and she was also in Ed TV, which I feel is the real influence of what of what came before YouTube. Yes, most people think about films like Pump Up the Volume, but that was like in the late 80s or early 90s. But what was closer to the dawn of YouTube was Ed TV. Yet people don't really think of that one too much. They think of the Truman Show, but Ed TV really got it right first. It got reality TV right first, and what kind of is happening now with things like all these social media things where people can, you know, Ed TV got it all correct first. Ed TV predicted the future, but yes, Ellen DeGeneres was in that film too. Ed TV, yeah, but and I think she was in a film with Bill Pullman, who was also in another one that we did in another one of our live streams called Casper. So Kat's dad from Casper was in a movie with Ellen DeGeneres. Yep. Um, but aside from her, I'm trying to think. Having a little trouble thinking right now. But uh, I'll take over for a minute. I'll be back. I'm back. Uh, um, so what would you feel is the well, what would you feel is the best if you had to pick? What would you say is uh trying to think. Well, I feel there should, with all the films they shoot in films, in all the scenes of it, don't you agree there should be more extra scenes, especially with how much Robin Williams loves to improvise? There should be more films in Christopher Columbus's vault that were on the cutting room floor of more scenes of that gay couple in Mrs. Doubtfire,
Yes.
because he, Robin Williams, and the actor that played his brother, they actually got along. They it all started from when Robin Williams did a impersonation of that actor in one of his acts, and he wanted so badly to be in the film with Robin Williams, um, that he actually surprised Robin Williams and was like, "How dare you do my voice in one of your acts?" And that started a friendship. And they 2 weeks later, he was cast. So for Robin Williams to be that enamored with him enough to vouch for him to get him in the film as his gay brother, we're talking about someone that still hadn't established his career too much. I mean, yes, he had Mork and Mindy. Yes, he had some other films, but if he would have chose the wrong one out of the whole community, it would have backfired. So, he had to have really felt the connection and had a good relationship, if not great, like an instant connection to him for that to happen. And so I'm just saying, since we all know that Robin Williams works, that he ad libs or that he ad libbed all the time, I'm sure that he got the director to film like some more scenes for the couple. As we see in the deleted scenes on the Blu-ray, there was actually like one or two scenes deleted that feature that gay couple. Um, and they were not featured in the film, those scenes, but I feel that since those were cut, there has to be more. And they're just such a wonderful couple in the film. So, I mean, as you could tell in the deleted scenes, Robin had to have spent more time than just that afternoon with them it, during the during the length of the original film. So, as the deleted scenes clearly show. Because how long would you say in Mrs. Doubtfire the film takes place in?
In what time?
Like how many weeks or months would you feel that the film Mrs. Doubtfire takes place in?
I would say it takes place in a whole month.
So since in the original cut, like in the theatrical cut, they only show like maybe one scene of the brother. Well, actually, technically two when he picks up the next replacement mask. Um, the remember in the original film when the children ask him how did he do that, and he mentions the name of the he mentions the name of his brother in the film, and they know by that name who it is. And so, since they know that character, who knows? There could have been a scene afterward, you know, where they're in it. Because you're not just going to have the children acknowledge characters that they don't have any scenes with. Don't you agree?
Yes.
If I would have had to guess, I would have said maybe they were. I don't know. I'm just saying when you think about it, there could have been plenty of parts where they would have fit in. I mean, heck, probably after the scene with the, uh, with him paying what, $200 for the meal from the restaurant. They probably taught him how to cook because there he is, a actor working as you know as a person in the studio barely getting any money from what he's working. He's not going to be able to afford spending $200 per meal for a entire month on a on that salary of just doing little things behind the scenes as the job that he got. So he would have had to have gotten cooking skills or cooking lessons from his gay brother and that gay lover. Don't you agree?
Yes. This is a little off
So,
top. This is a little off subject, but check the setting for our usernames.
yeah, I don't. Oh, well, okay. Ah, how did that happen?
I'm not sure, but it popped up.
That's odd. Excuse us, folks. Technical difficulties. I don't know how that happened. Hmm. There we go.
That's better. Now we won't have
Okay.
Steven.
How long was that on there?
That was on there for about 10 minutes the whole time we were
Hmm.
having that discussion just now.
Oh, okay. Well, then, for everyone in Pride Month, it is a marvel. And the entire year, Pride Month is a marvel to people in the community. It's the one month where they get to be recognized. Don't you agree, Fairy King?
Yes, I agree.
So, what would you feel would be a film you hope gets put into the Disney section of Disney Plus in their gay section. Yes, they have a gay and pride section of films in their Disney Plus service. So what would you feel are a list of films that you feel they should put there if they don't already have it? That are some of your favorites.
I'm not exactly sure. I don't know too. I don't really know too many films that are uh, part of the LGBTQ community.
Oh, that's okay. Um, well, for anybody that's not aware, all you have to do is when you have the app, when you have the service, you just go to the section and they have a list all there. So that was a informative lesson. So, uh, um, and for all of those who do not know, the current list of gay characters in Pixar films happens to be the police officer in Onward, voiced by, oh, I forget her name, but she's the only police woman in the movie Onward that you could tell from her dialogue because she mentions her wife, and then the and then in the movie, uh, I forget the name of it. Oh, Lightyear. In the movie Lightyear, the female lead that ends up working with Buzz Lightyear when he gets back from his traveling, um, she, Izzy, she is the daughter of a gay parents, her two mothers, and I'm sure there are other. I'm sure there are others. I just cannot think of them right now. But those are the current ones. But um, so Fairy King, what sort of films or TV shows would you like for them to be? For them to like, if you were to turn on the TV tomorrow and see an ad for an upcoming gay film or TV show, what would you want Hollywood to produce first? What type would it be? A movie or a TV show? And what type of film do you feel would really reach the audiences of the gay community most, especially in 2023?
Well, I think that Brokeback Mountain would be a good one.
You mean a reboot? Well, then, since you mentioned it, I hope Broadback Mountain gets a 4K release. One of those huge studios could get all the special features and even bring back Jake Gyllenhaal for a documentary. They could even do a 4-part documentary. They had to have shot extra footage of like interviews and all that other stuff. So and heck, they could even bring in Jake Gyllenhaal for another audio commentary track. Like get him to record one this year. So they should release it on 4K. With all these new special features. That's what they should do. But so you're saying you want them to do a remake of it? Or are you saying in a TV show?
I'm saying that, in my opinion, that would be one of my favorites.
Oh, okay. Well, I was talking about something you want them to come out with nowadays. Like, if you were to turn on a TV tomorrow, which would you want to see they're coming out with? A movie or a TV show? And what kind would you want to see portrayed in the Pride community?
I think I would like to see Taylor Lautner or Chris Evans in a film this year.
That would be an interesting one. They, yeah, maybe do a reboot of that boat cruise movie with Cuba Gooding Jr. Or something like that. That would be a good one, but have it more of a modern take or realistic. But I think what we're also trying to say is Hollywood needs more truth in the gay community and pride community and less fiction. Right, Fairy King?
Yeah.
Um so what um um well, my head's killing me right now, so that will be all for the monkey, aka the Dark Tuber, and the Fairy King. Um, and like always, we will. Me and the Fairy King are now like a. Me and the Fairy King are now are like a banana. We are splitting.